As the real news continues to be an endless cycle of misery, despair,
and financial stories we do not understand.
We're here to bring you some of the stranger,
funnier,
sillier,
weirder,
sexier,
drunker,
animal,
old woman,
vegetable,
a guy from the RSPCA who was called out to what he thought was a distressed cow but was actually an old bath.
Stories you might have missed on both sides of the pond.
By which we mean the Atlantic Ocean, one of the world's 5 biggest ponds.
This is the News Where They Are podcast.
It's time for the news where you are.
Time for the news where you are. It's time for the news where you are.
It's time for all the news where you are.
The News Where They Are. Jesus. Hello there, this is the News Where They Are podcast, a podcast that brings you real news, not real news, because we don't like to talk about real news, but, you know, the other real news. I am Jack, a British human in the United States of America, formerly Britain in the 1700s. And with me is Dan Kiss. Hello, Dan.
Hello, Jack.
You're a British person in Britain, right?
Yep. As far as I'm concerned, unless you know, erosion has happened far quicker than I realised, or a big bomb has gone off in Herefordshire, and we've now separated, and sort of mid-Atlantic as we speak.
What a cheery way to begin.
Yeah.
A quick order of business. We've had a review. We've had a new review.
What? Who from? No one's listening to this. It's by accident, is it? I really love Adam Buxton. No, you're on the wrong bit. You've accidentally glitched into the wrong podcast.
We've hacked the system so we get all reviews from Women's Hour and Adam Buxton.
Smashing Sundays.
No, I will. I'm pleased to report that all Lucy Pinder traffic has trickled away. Okay.
Yeah. Apart from that one last comment we got on Twitter that we
oh yeah. Just when you think it's done, perverts return. This one is from Sasha Bomwop. This podcast is refreshing because the two hosts are so lighthearted and hilarious in the midst of all the crazy news out there. I'm looking forward to more hilarious takes from these two awesome hosts. Fun and refreshing. 5 stars. Thank you.
What crazy news out there? We're covering the only news there is. Yodel delivery driver caught pissing on customer's gate. Obviously, the headline didn't say pissing, but peeing is such a pathetic word.
Isn't it, though? Isn't it?
Peeing. Oh, were you peeing? If you want to go twee, say whiz.
Yeah.
Or Tinkletown. Or
a hot wash.
hot wash. Having a hot wash, yeah. A Yodel driver has been sacked after footage. Sorry, go on.
No, just going to say, they're the worst ones, aren't they? Let's be honest. Yodel. Do you know, never in my life have I ever had a delivery from Yodel where it's come on time where it's like still intact. Idiots.
Well, yeah, it's because they've got the patented catapult trebuchet technology that they use at the back of their vans, isn't it?
Just catapult it over. Don't worry, smash a window, break a leg.
Release the package. So a Yodel driver has been sacked after footage appeared to show him urinating on a customer's front gate. Kate Wilson, 35, says she felt sick after watching a CCTV video of the delivery man unzipping his trousers and appearing to relieve himself outside her house. And what I like about that is the phrase unzipping his trousers, because normally I'd imagine someone unzipping their fly, but unzipping his trousers sound like he's sort of undoing the whole thing down the side. Like it's from a Kappa Poppers.
Yes! Don't mind me.
Yeah, the most popular trousers of 1997. The Kappa Popper. Made popular by the Spice Girls and a member of Spearmint Rhino.
Yeah, I never had a pair myself.
Did you not?
No,
actually, you know what? I don't think I ever had official Kappa Poppers. I think I had like
Popper Kappas.
Kipper Poppers.
Kipper Poppers.
Just one. The logo was just one person sat down. They're called Kipper Pappers.
No, I just don't think I could ever pull them off. Just pop them off. But no, I could
or just go up to someone by the ankle and rip them.
Anyway, continue.
Okay. The older customer believes that the urine could have splashed onto her Argos parcel and noted that the driver failed to wash his hands before picking up the parcel again. No.
That's
Stick
outrageous.
it in. The man who's pissing on your gate is unhygienic. He didn't wash his hands. Well, I would have thought. You'd think a man pissing on gates would know to wash his hands.
If he had done that, I think this could have been saved.
Yeah, she would. This wouldn't be a story. If he'd washed his hands, this would not be a story. He could have pissed into the parcel, and it wouldn't be a story as long as he washed his hands. So Kate Wilson says a neighbour has alleged that the man did the same thing on their gate, prompting her to speculate that there could be some kind of fetish.
Probably to speculate, how much was he drinking?
Yeah. The man's really trying to stay hydrated. Can't Yodel drivers stay hydrated? Yes. But anyway, some kind of fetish, because as we know, dogs pee on a gate, and they are absolutely disgusting perverts. So it's clearly some kind of fetish.
Mm-hmm.
Kate had been out for half an hour when she arrived back at her house in Gravesend, Kent, on October 31st to the pungent smell of urine. She claims the urine was splashed up the gate and like a puddle where you have to walk through. Well done to Kate there for describing what a puddle is. She said her initial thought was that a dog had urinated on her gate, but then she spotted a note from Yodel saying, "Sorry, I pissed you." She says, however, after coming across her parcel, which had been thrown over the gate into the garden, she decided to watch the CCTV video and was shocked by the results. Kate, who works as a cleaner, well, there you go. That's how she could spot the urine a mile off.
She knew it. She could, yeah.
Years of training.
She had duck ready to go.
In a holster. Kate, who works as a cleaner, said, I felt sick and I rang my partner at work and said, I can't believe what I've just got on the camera and what he's done. Then he said, oh, you've picked the parcel up. I bet there's splashes of it on it. There are splashes of it on it. Yeah, her partner's clearly thick. Because from the video, he put the parcel on the floor quite next to where he was doing it. It had probably splashed onto the parcel. Yes.
Wow, really thinks that parcel's been
parcel. Well, I brought it in the house and started licking it like I always do with the parcels. Oh, hang on, love. I think you could have got wee on that. She says, I unwrapped the parcel, threw all that away, took a bucket of disinfectant water out there and chucked it all up the gate and all over the floor. It's disgusting. Anyone I've spoken to about it said they can't believe he would do that. It's dirty. So anyway, she goes on. Sorry, did you have something to add?
No, sorry. I burped, if I'm honest. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. It's not... Apology accepted. It's just that the fact that he could have gone up the alley, which my house is right next to. He didn't make an attempt to do that. Not even the common courtesy to try and piss in the alley first. Although, to be fair, she's saying that. I think she would have been even more annoyed if he'd walked up the alley and then decided to come back and piss on the gate anyway. She says, he didn't wash his hands. He touched himself. Then he's picking up the thing that you have to sign. The main thing, I think, is it's just disrespectful. If he was that desperate, you go somewhere else. It's dirty. You're not washing your hands, and why do it against someone's gate? In a way, I didn't know if it was some kind of fetish. You just don't know with people, do you?
You don't know people. You don't know people.
But I don't want that there. She says 3 steps to the right and he's up the alley. Yodel has apologised for the driver's alleged behaviour and confirmed that he has been fired.
Oh, good update.
They said, we engage in training with our drivers on a regular basis to ensure that we can provide the best customer experience and service we can. Okay, guys, today we're going to do a little exercise called not pissing on gates, okay?
If you have to provide... I mean, honestly, we've said this before. It's like clubs when they're like, come on, guys, no doing heroin in the bathrooms. And I'm like, wait, this must have happened before for it to happen.
I just love the idea that they're going, right, okay, guys, so first of all, it's just a bit of a brainstorm, okay? Let me just put the slide up on the screen. Okay, where can we piss? Okay, and I remember now this is just a brainstorm. There are no wrong answers, okay? Stephen, yes, on a gate. I'm afraid that is a wrong answer, actually. No, that is a wrong answer. So there we have it. Another earth-shattering piece of news from Great Britain.
Thank you, Britain. Keep being great.
Keep pissing on gates. Gates Britain.
Let's go to Florida.
Yes, please.
Let's go.
As always.
Let's get a flight. Let's get a fly drive. Oh, package deal. Florida police seek return of £300 Bigfoot.
What? As in the mythical creature, or just a Bigfoot?
Both very good questions. No. Yeah, you're right. Bigfoot himself is not the subject of this, but a reproduction of him.
Right. Okay.
A statue of Bigfoot.
It's just not one. So it's not one Bigfoot then.
It's not one Bigfoot, sadly. Oh, but I would love that. I would prefer that. Boynton Beach police are on the
road. Isn't it?
Is it? It really is. Yeah. Boynton Beach.
Sounds like a kind of place Noddy would go on holiday.
Come on, Noddy. Let's go to Boynton Beach in your car.
And if Enid Blyton has anything to go by, be very racist when we get there.
Was she racist?
Blyton's quite racist. Yeah, I think there's a lot of Blyton you have to go on the dark web for now because I don't know.
God.
I mean, she did sort of come up with the ultimate bullying nickname for kids with large hearing receptacles, didn't she? What about his personality, Enid? No, big ears. That's all he is.
Nothing else. So, over at racist-free Boynton Beach, well, it's Florida, so probably not. Boynton Beach Police Department say that an 8-foot Sasquatch statue has been stolen from the front of a store called Mattress Monsters. Okay, I have a big issue already with the fact that I wouldn't call Bigfoot like within the monster universe. I would not call Bigfoot a monster.
Yeah, there's a lot of monsters. Well, let's be fair. Have they got other monsters outside, and Bigfoot was just the easiest one to steal?
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do.
So they clearly well, they got to. So they got Frankenstein, they got Dracula, and then they were like, oh, crap, werewolf, Harold Shipman, Bigfoot.
Oh, then they've also got skeletons, which again I wouldn't call monsters. It's
just a human body, mate. It's just
a body. There's nothing scary about that.
Unless they got big ears, then they are a monster.
He's also outside. So Bigfoot is missing. Someone stole the 8-foot, £300 Sasquatch statue last month. If you've seen it or know who has it or where we can find it, call Danielle at da-da-da-da-da-da. That's the number.
I don't know if it's ironic, because I think I've lost track of what is ironic and isn't ironic, but the idea that Bigfoot is a notoriously hard to spot creature.
Yes.
Now, there is people are now having to look out for spotting sightings of this Bigfoot model that has become just as elusive as the creature itself.
Maybe it's just it's a statement by Mattress Monsters. I doubt it, but they're like, hey, we've always had Bigfoot here, but look, that's the point, right?
To be honest, your attempt to turn it into a statement tells me that Mattress Monsters probably haven't done it as a statement.
Someone said it's not exactly the easiest thing to hide. No, it's not. Although, again, contrary to popular belief, Bigfoot has never, legitimately been seen. The missing statue is reportedly worth $3,000. And don't... Yeah, right.
Why? What's it made of?
And Mattress Monsters doesn't have any security footage. Well, tough. Sorry.
Should we get a security camera? Nah, we got fucking monsters everywhere. No one's going to try and steal a mattress from here.
So yeah, if you have any information, let us know, not the police. Some final statistics on Boynton Beach, Enid Blyton's famous beach. It is a population of 77,000 and is home to the internet star Danielle Brigoli, who famously coined the phrase, "Catch me outside, how about that?" So,
her,
that.
the tearaway. This is one of our special articles, Jack, that we sort of read. We hate read.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Well, I'll start with the headline, and I'll just start reading the story, and we can deal with it in our own way.
Mm-hmm.
Sex toys worth £1 million stolen as lorry driver slept in lay-by. They're obviously made out of that Bigfoot.
Inject this story into my veins.
A truck driver was left unable to deliver his load after thieves stole £1 million worth of sex toys from the back of his vehicle.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously, they probably should have used RIA there, but that's what they missed. Okay, let's go on. The assortment of goods was meant to go to Rocks Off Limited in Northamptonshire, but was stolen from a lay-by while the driver slept. So far, so article.
Mm-hmm.
While the thieves are likely to be satisfied with their load, okay, now you've done that pun twice.
Yeah,
it's
rubbish.
likely they could get. So it's likely they could do hard time. So he's farted this article out so much that he's spelt get instead of yet. It's likely they could yet do hard time as police launch an appeal to track them down. They arrived for their haul and buzzed off, okay, because they vibrate, at some point between 1 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. on September the 18th. Police want to hear from anyone who may have heard the thieves coming and going at the lay-by on the A43 between the A14 and Broughton Village. If convicted, they face a... Can you guess what kind of sentence?
Hard time?
Hard time sentence, no. It's a word that always comes in front of sentence. They face a... Come on, Jack.
A penal stretch.
It's stiff sentence.
Oh, shit, yeah. Sorry, I'm mad at myself.
Up to 7 years for theft. And then the police come in with less puns. But yeah, that's this. Sex toys are missing. So if you see Bigfoot or £1 million worth of sex toys, please contact us. I forgot to say, the last line of the article, after all those puns, is just sex stuff. Also, just for listeners, my 5-month-old son is sleeping in the room next to me, and I realise I've just shouted sex stuff. So if he wakes up now, I now need to explain to my wife why I shouted the phrase sex stuff. Anyway, basically, sex toys have either been stolen or have done... what was that cartoon about the sort of the toys that weren't good enough to be sold? So they got thrown out.
Oh, the way in the... Oh, what was it
had an amazing theme tune. Oh, I know what it was. Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
That you and me. Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
They were all the dolls that, like, going to the factory, they had something wrong with them, and they got chucked out, and then sort of just went... I could have very easily picked Toy Story as a far easier reference for exactly the same thing.
Thinking that. The lesser known Toy Story for this. Oh, it's finally come to this. America's capitalist system has collapsed. Alaska University taking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as payment for parking tickets.
Oh, nice. Cool. I'm so glad it was parking tickets and not sexual favours.
God.
Well, it seems to be normally whenever someone from a university ends up in the news, it's either... Well, it's the really bad one when they've been murdered, or it's an abuse of power from a lecturer.
Yeah.
Mr. Lecturer.
Lecturer, am I right?
Lecturer, yeah. Just because you can quote Byron, mate, doesn't mean you can stick your finger up my ass.
Again.
Anyway, yeah.
What a lip-smacking offer. Again, nothing to do with inappropriate relationships. Anyone with unpaid parking fines at the University of Alaska, let's be honest, who's going there?
That's true. They'll accept them because there's no fucking students, so it doesn't make any difference. There's no one going to that university, so they can say whatever they want. You can draw a face on a carrot, and that'll pay your tuition fees. Yeah, that'll do.
I'm sure it's really lovely. I'd love to go to Alaska, but it's famously not very populated. Anyone attending Alaska University has the option to reduce, or cover the cost. What do you mean reduce? How expensive are these tickets?
Yeah, it depends how big your peanut butter jelly sandwich is.
It's going to have to be 20 peanut butter sandwiches. Thank you.
Or we should say to our listeners that that sandwich is actually peanut butter and jam, isn't it?
Yes, it really
That's what
is.
It is. It's not actual, as I thought when I was a child, wibbly wobbly jelly.
Yeah, it's just a seedless jam. So, my boyfriend insists on calling what I would call jam a preserve, and I'm like, you don't have to call it a preserve, just call it a jam. He's like, but it's a preserve, and I'm like, no, it's literally just jam. The university would take donations for their annual payment tradition until November the 8th. So time's up, guys. Sorry.
Oh, is it like a limited time japery? And then the rest of the year it's like, clamp it.
Yeah, looks like it. That's unfair. University officials say each person could use PB&J payments for 2 citations issued within the past 45 days.
I can think of a certain, what you could call nut butter that they would not accept.
No Nut November?
Yeah, that's true. That's why they only do it in November, because they feel safe in this month.
Nothing else to the story, just a silly, quirky, kooky Alaska thing, because people had forgot they existed. Dan, stay there. One of us is about to chat shit to someone somewhere to give us some money, kind of. Great story, Dan. Now, have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had a lot of questions. How do we record an episode? How do we get the show into all those apps that people like to listen to? Most importantly, how do we actually make money from this podcast? How do we get that dollar? Or pound, because British. The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. And it is 100% free and easy to use. I still don't understand how both of those things collaborate. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. Wait a minute. The reason me and Dan use Anchor is because we record from different countries. We use the app Anchor to kind of talk to each other across the pond. So it makes it super simple. We both log in and voila, we've made a podcast thousands of miles away from each other. So if you've always wanted to do something like that and start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and Dan and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We're pretty excited to hear all the other podcasts, as long as they're not about news, because that's ours.
Welcome back to you, Jack, and everyone else.
And now for the news, where other people are.
Well then, Jack, that was great.
Dan, the world is a big place. Am I right?
I don't know.
Just practicing my observational comedy there, Dan.
Okay, great. The world's big. Have you heard about this? Big world?
Heard about this?
You heard about this? A lot of things in the world. You heard about this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
But we don't like the world enough to give it a full gleaning. So we're giving 2 stories. I don't know. We're going to talk about some stories that we have right now. Daniel,
it sounds like I need to go first.
Yes.
This is in our friends in Russia. Ding 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 ding. Oh shit! No, I should have gone. Ding 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 ding. Here's your news. So okay, first time. Eagle wearing GPS collar racks up huge data roaming bill flying across borders. Min, the steppe eagle, or steep eagle, STEPPE eagle, caused a massive data roaming bill for a Russian scientist tracking it when a device started pinging messages home from Iran.
The eagle was... It was text... It was sending messages...
So they put a GPS collar on it.
Right, yeah.
But obviously, we're with like, I don't know, O2 or something. They only had had paid up to have free eagle tracking in Russia. And this bird flew all the way to Iran and so knocked up a massive data roaming bill for the scientists.
Funeral mourners get stoned after being served hash cake at a restaurant.
I love it. Keep it. But we did have one before that was like a 80-year-old's birthday, wasn't it? And everyone started all suddenly dancing and singing. And people were like, bloody hell, this is a very upbeat party. And then it's like, oh, of course, someone's put drugs in the cake.
This one didn't turn out so joyful. Don't worry, no one's dead. But police
there
say...
are 6 more people in the grave.
Police say a funeral in eastern Germany ended on an involuntary drug high when mourners were accidentally served hash cake. People experienced nausea, dizziness, and needed medical treatment.
What did they think they were eating? Ash cake. Oh, are there ashes in there? That'd be delicious. Thank you.
Pass him around. That's what he would have wanted.
So basically, this is about a mum in New Zealand. Is outraged because of a receipt she was given. Because there was a bit of information on it. So it was obviously what the server/waiter, for everyone that's not American, what they'd written on it, obviously to describe which family was at this table,
Yeah.
And it's not handwritten. It's like clearly put on the digital system so people knew where to go with their scrambled eggs, another scrambled eggs, fried eggs, the Don ×3, whatever that is, and a cinnamon bun. They were described as family with the terrifying kid.
Oh no, he should be in an Enid Blyton book.
Enid, she's hiding away in New Zealand, serving people scrambled eggs.
This story is... I wasn't going to choose this one, Dan, but because you've said eggs, I've gone for it.
Okay, great.
And not a humorous one, Dan, but just a public service announcement, okay? Don't eat 50 eggs in a row. Okay? Because a man in India has died during a challenge to eat 50 eggs.
Okay. I mean, the eggs bit is funny. But Jack, did you notice the bit where the man died?
No, but it's a public service announcement. I think it's important for people to know.
Okay.
I'm not laughing. You shouldn't be either. Yadav ate 41 eggs.
No, Jack. Let's not go into detail on who the person is. Someone has died. We've got our kicks out of it. Let's move on.
Next.
This one is in our old friend China.
Mm.
Ding da da 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 ding ding. Here's your news. But played on a Chinese instrument. So an English teacher paid £52 for a fake TB diagnosis online so he could go on holiday.
Sorry, he paid for a diagnosis?
Yes, so he bought a fake letter, like a sheet diagnosing with tuberculosis from a doctor.
Oh my God.
So he could give it in at the school and they'd let him go off work and he just went on holiday.
Oh God. Wow, it's the lengths people will go to.
What a series of events. Well done, world.
Well done, world. Thanks for all of your news. And remember, guys, don't eat 50 eggs.
Or you'll be a dead person. Actually dead. Because that's hilarious. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Have news.
Have news.
Take care of each other and the news. Keep musing.
You're joking.